Okay, so good evening, everybody. So let us start today's session. Okay, so I can see some few new people have joined today. So I welcome those people also to this new Python full stack AI training plus internship program. So that we have started, and today is the third day of your training program. Okay, all right. So last classes we have discussed about. But before that, one second, I just want to check the names. So, who are those people who have joined only today? I think Kiran, Narendra, Rohit, Sri Mahalakshmi. Okay, so is this your first class? Sri
Hi, yes.
Mahalakshmi.
Hi, it's my first time on here.
Okay, so like, are you working professional or a student, Mahalakshmi?
Uh, I'm working in a process executive in Cognizant. I'm
Okay.
2025 passed out with the data
Mm,
science in data science
mm.
department.
Okay, 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 fine, good. Now you want to switch to Python side, right?
Yeah,
Okay, very good.
it's just 7 months experience.
Okay, what?
It's just 7 months experience as I am a 2025 passed.
Okay, okay. Yeah, fine. Okay, good. Okay, then who else has joined only today? भूपेंद्र सिंह. आपका ये फर्स्ट क्लास है क्या भूपेंद्र सिंह? भूपेंद्र सिंह. ओके, तो आपने दो आईडी से लॉगिन किया क्या? दो डिवाइसेस से लॉगिन किया क्या भूपेंद्र सिंह? ठीक है. व्हाट इज योर क्वेश्चन? विच लैंग्वेज सर, हिंदी और इंग्लिश? ओके, तो एक्सप्लेनेशन सब कुछ इंग्लिश में रहेगा. सो वॉट एवर द टॉपिक दैट आई वांट टू एक्सप्लेन, सो इट विल बी इन इंग्लिश लैंग्वेज ओनली. ओके, आफ्टर एक्सप्लेनेशन इज ओवर, सो अगर आपको कोई डाउट्स है वगैरह तो आप हिंदी में पूछ सकते हो. तो मैं एक्सप्लेन हिंदी में करूंगा तब. ఓకే, అండ్ పీపుల్ హూ ఆర్ కంఫర్టబుల్ విత్ తెలుగులో కూడా ఏమైనా డౌట్స్ ఉంటే మీరు అడగొచ్చు. తెలుగులో కూడా చెప్తాను, నో ప్రాబ్లం. బట్ ఫస్ట్ ఎక్స్ప్లెనేషన్ విల్ బీ ఇన్ ఇంగ్లీష్ ఓన్లీ. ఓకే, సో ఇన్ ద లాస్ట్ ఐల్ గివ్ సమ్ టైమ్. సో एट द टाइम, सो दोज हु हैव क्वेश्चंस, सो यू कैन आस्क इन हिंदी. अगर आप हिंदी में पूछना चाह रहे हो तो. అండ్ ఎవరైనా తెలుగులో అడగాలంటే కూడా తెలుగులో అడగొచ్చు. ఇన్ ద లాస్ట్ ఐ ఆన్సర్ ఇన్ తెలుగు. ఓకే, ఓకే భూపేంద్ర సింగ్. ఓకే. Yeah, so let's quickly start. So for the past two sessions, we have discussed how Python is different from other programming languages like C, C++, and with Python, what are the different types of applications and softwares that we can develop. So all that we have discussed with the real-time examples, isn't it? And also we have seen, so if we learn Python, so which side we can go? We can make our career. Okay, so these are the different fields, jobs, which we can get into if we learn Python, isn't it? And we discussed Python full stack also, what is front end, back end, database. Okay. And then we discussed Python features also. In last session, we discussed the very important topic of Python, which is Python features. If Python is being used in different types of applications, softwares, what we have seen here, right? So if Python is used in different kinds of applications, softwares, it is because of these wonderful features which Python is having. Because of these features only, Python is very famous. Okay. If projects are more, definitely jobs will be more. That is the logic. Yes or no? So in IT companies, if there are more projects which are going on Python, so it means there will be more number of jobs in the market, isn't it? For freshers also and for experienced people also. And we saw just one roughly in a Naukri.com also. So how many jobs it was showing for Python, isn't it? So it was showing some almost 2 lakhs jobs. Yes or no? So roughly, rough idea. Okay. Fine. So now let us continue the other topics in Python. Now let us see Python architecture. Okay. So this is also a very important topic in Python. So as a programmer, first we will write some code. Any code which a programmer writes, so that code we call it as a source code. Okay. So once source code is ready, that means program is ready. So now we have to execute the program. Okay. So in order to execute the program, okay, so yesterday also we discussed there are different ways. So we can write the programs in Notepad and execute from command prompt. We can write the Python program in IDEs. So today we are going to see the installation of IDEs, everything. Okay. And we can write the programs in IDE and we can execute in IDE itself. Okay. So there are different ways of executing Python program. Okay. So once we install Python software on our laptops, so there is one tool by name Python interpreter. Okay. So this Python interpreter mainly it contains two parts. Number one, compiler. Number two, PVM. Full form is Python virtual machine. Okay. So mainly Python interpreter. So is one tool. Okay. So interpreter is one tool, and this tool it will be installed automatically on our laptops once we install Python software. Okay. And this tool interpreter it mainly contains two parts. Number one, compiler. Number two, PVM, Python virtual machine. Okay. So compiler, what it will do is first it will check for compile time errors. So Python compiler, what it will do? First, it will check for compile time errors. What is meant by compile time errors? Syntax errors are called as compile time errors. And what is meant by syntax? Syntax is nothing but rules. Every programming language, it will have some rules that we need to follow. So for example, outside we have traffic rules. What is the rule? All the traffic should go on the left side of the road. That is the rule we need to follow. If somebody says, I will not go on left side, I will go on right side, what will happen? Accident will happen. Yes or no? So these rules, technically, we call them as syntax. So compiler, what it will do? It will check all these syntax errors. Okay. So let me give you a few examples for syntax errors. Okay. So Python, it is a case-sensitive programming language. It means wherever capital letters are required, we have to write capital letters only. Wherever lowercase letters, small letters are required, we have to write small letters only. In place of capital letter, if we write lowercase letter, in place of lowercase letters, if we write uppercase letter, so we will get what errors? Syntax errors. In Python, this R and this R are not same. In place of this capital letter R, we have to write capital letter R only. Okay. So you may get one doubt, sir, how to know in a program where to write capital letters, where to write small letters? Okay. Initially, when I explain the program, so at the time I'll be telling you, here we have to write capital letters. Here we have to write lowercase letters. But on practice, when you do the programs daily, so you'll only come to know where to write capital letters and where to write lowercase letters. Okay. So this is one example. And the second example for syntax errors is related to space. Space is very important in Python program. Okay. So we have to give the space at correct place. If we don't give space correctly, so we will get some indentation error, which is a syntax error. Okay. So like this compiler, what it will do, it will check all these kind of syntax errors. And if there are any syntax errors, it will clearly tell you what is the error, where is the error, at what line is the error, it will clearly tell. So we programmers, what we have to do? We have to fix those compile time errors. So how can we fix these compile time errors? Very simple. Wherever capital letter R is required, so let us put capital letter R over. Wherever space is required, so we have to put space over. So like this, we have to fix the compile time errors. Then compiler, what it will do? If there are no compile time errors, it will create one file. So that file, we call it as a byte file. When it will create the byte file, if there are no syntax errors, no compile time errors. So compiler, what it will do? It will create a byte file. Okay. And what is a byte file? Byte file is a file which will contain all byte code, which we cannot understand. As a human being, we can understand only source code because who wrote this code? We programmers. But we cannot understand bytecode. It is for the operating system to understand this bytecode, not for us. Okay, so it will generate the byte file. Byte file contains all bytecode. Okay, so that's it. That is a job of a compiler. It is over. Okay, next. Now who will come into picture? PVM, Python virtual machine will come into picture. So PVM, what it will do? It will also check for the errors. So these errors, we call them as runtime errors, or otherwise it is also called as exceptions. So PVM, what it will do? It will also check for the errors. The errors which PVM checks, they are called as runtime errors, or they are also called as exceptions. Okay, so let me give you what is meant by, let me give you examples for runtime errors. Okay, so for example, so we have a Python program which is connecting to one server. Okay, 1 second, guys, there is some disturbance. Okay. Okay, so the point here is examples for runtime errors. Okay, so for example, we have a Python program which is connecting to one database server. Okay, so our program, Python program, everything is correct, but Python database server is down. If server is down, can we execute our Python program? No. At the time, what error we will get? Runtime errors we will get. Okay, let me give you another example. Suppose we have a Python program which is trying to read some data from a file, but the file is missing from the folder. Our program is correct. There is nothing wrong with our Python program. But if the file is missing from the folder, can we perform any read operation? No. At the time, what error we will get? Runtime error. Exceptions we will get. So like this PVM, what it will do? It will check all the runtime errors. If there are any runtime errors, it will clearly show what is the error, where is the error, at what line is the error. So we programmers, how we have fixed the compile time errors, we have to fix the runtime errors also. How to fix the runtime errors? Very easy. If database server is down, bring the server up over. And if file is missing from the folder, keep the file in the folder over. So like this, we have to fix the runtime errors, exceptions. Okay. And if there are no runtime errors, PVM, what it will do? It will create one file by name machine file. So PVM, what it will do? It will create one file by name machine file. And what is a machine file? Machine file is a file which will contain all machine code. And this code, again, we cannot understand. As a programmer, we can understand only source code, but bytecode and machine code, we cannot understand. Only operating system can understand. Okay, so it will generate the machine code, it will execute the program, and then it will give the output. Output means what? Result. After we write a program, in the last, we have to get some result or not. So that result, technically, we call it as the output of the program. That's it. That is the end of program execution. Okay. And all this compilation, execution, everything, it will happen in a single step, not two steps. If you remember, Yesterday we discussed in Python features. What is the point we discussed? Python is a interpreter based language. So this interpreter, what it will do? So this compilation, this execution, everything it will happen. It will execute line by line in a single step, not in two steps. But in Java, in order to execute Java program, so this it will be done in one step, and this it will be done in separate step. But in Python, not like that. So in a single step, entire compilation, execution, everything will take place. So due to this, what is the advantage? The advantage is we are able to save the time of program execution. Yes or no? So like this, Python program execution will take place. Okay. Now, one question for you people is, so what is the need of converting source code to byte code to machine code? Why don't we convert source code directly to machine code and get the output? So what is the need of bytecode in the middle? That is a question for you people. Can anybody answer this question? What could be the reason for this bytecode?
System will understand
As
only,
we cannot interact with the machine directly.
Okay, one person at a time. So Ramana Reddy, yeah.
yeah, system will understand only bytecode in terms of 0 and 1.
Hmm. Okay, so I got one answer. Yeah, Mahalakshmi, what is your answer?
Said the same thing, but system can't understand our source code directly. So we first need to translate that, and so that machine can understand and give output accordingly.
So directly we can convert source code to machine code, no? Why source code to byte code to machine code? Okay, so like just now we got answers, no? So I'm getting chat messages also. Some people are replying. Okay, so Rohit, compiler. Okay, so we discussed one point yesterday in Python features. What is the point is, so Python, it is a cross-platform compatibility. So what is the meaning of this is, if we develop a Python program, we can execute on any operating system, either Windows or Unix or Linux or Mac devices or Ubuntu or Solaris. Okay, so like this, there are so many operating systems which people will use around the world. Okay, so like India, Windows is very famous, but if you consider foreign countries, people prefer Unix, Linux. Because security point of view, these are very good, Unix and Linux. And all that is the reason in IT companies, all the servers, they run on Unix commands. Okay, not on Windows. Okay. So the point is, if you develop a Python program, we can execute on any of these operating system. Okay. What is the reason? What is the secret formula behind this? How can Python program executes on so many operating system? The secret formula is this bytecode only. Because of this bytecode only, we are able to execute Python programs on so many operating systems. Okay. Why? Because in the world, how many operating systems are there? All the operating systems, they understand the bytecode of other operating system. So one operating system bytecode, it will be understood by other operating system. Whereas one operating system machine code, it cannot be understood by other operating system. This point you have to understand. See, one operating system bytecode, it will be understood by other operating system. Whereas one operating system machine code, it cannot be understood by other operating system. Okay, for example, suppose on my laptop I have Windows. Okay, so I'll compile compiler. It will compile the program. I'll get a byte file. So this byte file I will give it to someone. Okay, so who is there online? Ajay. So if I give it to Ajay, suppose Ajay is having Mac operating system. So that Mac operating system, it will take the bytecode of Windows. Okay, it will convert into its own machine code and it will execute the program. Can the Mac OS understand the bytecode of Windows or not? Of course it can. Then it will convert into machine code, then it will execute the program. So this time, my bytecode, which is generated on Windows, I will give it to Mahalakshmi. So Mahalakshmi, she will take the bytecode, okay, of Windows, and on her machine, assume she is having some Solaris operating system. So the bytecode of Windows, can it be understood by Solaris or not? Of course it can. Then it will take the bytecode, converts into its own machine code, and it will execute the program. So to make platform independent or cross-platform, this bytecode concept is introduced in Python architecture. Assume this bytecode is not there. So directly, if we convert source code to machine code, and this machine code of Windows, if we give it to Unix, can Unix understand the machine code of Windows? No, it cannot. Then if it cannot, then it cannot execute the program. If it cannot execute the program, then we would not have called Python as platform independent. It would have been platform dependent. Getting the point? So to make Python platform independent or cross-platform compatibility, so this kind of bytecode is introduced in Python architecture. Okay. Fine. So yeah. Okay, Rohit. Yes, answer is correct. Fine. So that is related to the Python architecture. Okay. So I thought of giving running notes for these points. So material will be provided anyways. So in the material, whatever the points that we are discussing, everything will be there in the material. Okay. But there will not be a few points in the material. So at the time, you have to take a running notes. Okay. But if you're attending online, so you don't have to take running notes also. So in the meeting, so there is a transcript option which is enabled. Okay, so when you get the meeting, you'll get even the transcript also. So whatever the points that I'm saying, right, everything will come in the written format. So that's the reason you don't have to take any running notes also if you're attending online. Okay. So of course, this batch is only online. We do not have offline as of now. Okay. Fine. So that is related to Python architecture. Now, before going to other topics, I want to show you Python installation. As yesterday also, we discussed one point that everybody has to do programs here. And in order to execute programs on your laptops, you should not use online compilers. If you use online compilers, you cannot save them. So whatever the programs that you're practicing daily, so you should be able to save them so that you can refer in the future. Yes or no? So that's the reason everybody should install Python software on your laptops. Okay, so now we are going to see the installation of Python software, okay, on our machines. Okay. In order to install Python software, okay, so in order to execute Python programs, we need three things. Okay, we need Python software, we need IDEs. Okay, so we need PyCharm, one IDE, and IDLE. So this is another IDE where we can write Python programs, and we need Jupyter. This is also another IDE for writing programs. Okay, so you can select any one IDE, that is sufficient. Don't need to try all the programs in all the IDEs. Okay, but so it is good if we install these IDEs. Okay, and to install all these things, we don't have to download and install separately, not required. So there is one installation file by name Anaconda. So this is one exe file, Anaconda. So if we download and install this exe file, automatically Python software will be installed, PyCharm will be installed, IDLE will be installed, Jupyter also will be installed on your laptop. So that we don't have to download and install separately all these things, not required. So if you install Anaconda, okay, all these things will be installed. Okay. But one point, if your laptop is a little bit old and if you have little bit less memory on your laptop, okay, and if it is little bit slow, then do not install Anaconda because it will take a lot of memory of your laptop. It will still make your laptop slow. But if your laptop is new, fast, RAM is good, memory is available, then you can install Anaconda because it will occupy little bit more memory of your laptop because all these things are required, no? That's why. Okay. So now let me show you the file which you have to download for Anaconda installation. Okay. Yeah, this one. Okay, so let me put this in chat box also for you people. And let me show you the website which file you need to download. Okay, once you open this website, okay, so here, download now. So you can click on this. So you will get one exe file in your downloads folder. Okay. So if you go and check downloads folder, so you'll get this exe file. So this exe file, Anaconda exe file you will get. Okay. So in order to install, simply double click on this. Click on next, 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 finish. Okay. So how much size it is showing? Almost 1 GB. See, almost 1 GB. Okay. So if you click on next, 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 finish, it will be installed. Okay. Once installation is done, so from your program files, you can simply type Anaconda like this. So it will show you Anaconda Navigator. Click on that. So to start, it will take little bit time. I'm having i7 processor, but still it is taking little bit time. Yeah. Okay. So it will open like this, Anaconda Navigator. So here you can see different options. So by default, when you install this Python also, we would have been installed on your laptop. Okay. So to check, simply open command prompt. Okay. And simply type Python. So it will show you which version of Python is there on your laptop, 3.13. So version 3 is the latest one. So that it could be 13, 14, 15, anything is okay. Okay. It will show which version of laptop Python is there on your laptop. Okay. Fine. And then, and if you type Python, okay, if you type Python and if you get any error like a Python not recognized, internal command not recognized like this, that means installation is not done properly. Okay. Now, so once you see this navigator, okay, so on your laptop, three things might have installed. Python software, number one, IDLE. So this also might have been installed on your laptop. So these two will come first. Python software and IDLE. Okay. So PyCharm and Jupyter, it will not come by default. Okay. So this we have to start from Anaconda Navigator. Okay. So from command prompt, I have shown you, right, how to check whether Python is installed or not. So simply open command prompt and type Python. Then it will, if it shows version, that means Python software is installed. Okay. Now let us say ideally IDE. So this is also one IDE only. where we can write a Python programs. Okay. So how to start IDLE means here in program file, simply type IDLE. Okay. So you'll get an option like this. Click on that. Okay. So it will start like this. IDL. Okay. So in order to check, so here also it's showing version, Python version. Okay. Now to check whether IDL is working fine or not, simply we can write one small program, print, open brackets, then put double quotes and write some message. This is my first program of IDLE. I want to print this message as the output. Okay, so for that we can use this print function. So put in double quotes, then press enter. We got the output. So this is my first program of IDLE. So if you get this output, that means your IDLE is working fine. Okay. No? So now simply you can close this. Next, after that, another IDE which you can install easily, which will come easily is Jupyter. Okay. With less memory. Easy means less memory. So Jupyter Notebook. So here can you see? So in Anaconda Navigator, it will be there. Jupyter Notebook. Click on Launch. Okay. So it should open in browser. If it doesn't open in browser, if it opens on any HTML file like this, simply take this link URL. Okay. Along with that token, everything we need. Okay. Then open the browser and type this, paste this one. HTTP localhost 8890, everything it will come. Okay, so it will take time to open slowly. Yeah, it has opened. Okay, so here we can write our programs. So click on new, click on Python, Conda. Yeah, so it will open like this. And here we can write our program. Same program we'll write here also. So print function, two brackets, two double quotes. This is my first Jupyter program. Okay, no? After you write the code, click this button for executing. You got the output? Yes or no? So like this, in one particular line, we can write any number of lines of code. Okay, so if you execute, so everything will be executed. Okay, so Jupyter is a good option to write programs, even ideally also, because we can save. So we can save the files wherever we want so that we can refer in the future. Ideally also, we can save the files. Okay, so this is also one way to write Python programs. Okay. And the another way of writing Python programs is installing PyCharm ID. Okay. So PyCharm, it will take memory. So we don't have to install. So in Anaconda Navigator, it will be there, but it will not be installed by default, like how ideally and notebook came, no? So it will not come by default. So it will show you as install. Okay. See, for me, it is showing this as install. So for you, PyCharm, it will show as install. You need to click on this. Then only it will install. For me, it is showing as launch because I have already installed. That's why. Okay. So this, once you click on install, then only PyCharm will be installed on your laptop. Okay. So it will show like this, PyCharm, once it installation is done. Okay. So we can create one project, we can create one file. Okay. So once we start here, so we can create one project. So we can create one file, everything we can create. And notebook also we can open from here, Jupyter notebook. Okay. So if you want to write one small same program in this PyCharm, same, let us write print, same function, let us use. This is my first PyCharm program. Okay, no? So after you write the code, so save it, click on this button. So below you'll get the output. This is my first PyCharm program. Okay, so we will use mostly PyCharm only. So during our classes, so we will use PyCharm only. Okay, so this is convenient. It is very easy. So we can see the output, everything. So we will use PyCharm. But you are comfortable, whichever way you are comfortable to write Python programs, you can write. Okay, fine. So let us close this. And PyCharm installation, so it will take more memory of your laptop. Okay, when compared to IDLE and uh, Jupyter. Okay, fine. So that is related to installation of Anaconda software. Okay, so this installation everybody can do today, and after that we will start program. Okay, and I want to tell few points. Okay. So this training program, as I already said, no, it's a training plus internship program for your batch. Okay. So some students they're asking, so they want to complete the batch a little bit fast. Not only few people in most of the batches, they will ask like this only. So they want to complete the course fast. Okay. So for that reason, what you can do is you can attend parallelly two batches. Okay. For your batch from tomorrow. Okay, so we are going to start SQL first. Why SQL? Because SQL is very important for interviews. You go to any interview on any technology, either Python or AI or data science or DevOps or data analyst. You go to any interview, SQL is compulsory. So that's the reason from tomorrow we are going to start SQL. Okay. Then you have to attend SQL from tomorrow. Then there is another batch at 8:30. Okay. So this will be 7 to 8 p.m. Okay. And at 8:30, there is another batch, 8:30 to 9:30. For that batch, I'm going to start front-end technologies. That is HTML, CSS, JavaScript, React, all these things. So when I'm going to start this means um, maybe within this week sometime. Within this week sometime. I'll inform you in the class one day before. Okay, fine. So after SQL is there, the SQL is completed, then I'll be starting Python program topics for your batch. So parallelly, you need to attend this batch also, and parallelly, you can attend this batch also, so that you can complete your course fast. Okay, so this is the plan. Once SQL is completed, then I'll be starting Python concepts for your batch. Okay, at 7
Yeah,
o'clock.
yeah, is it for the evening class or morning sessions for the front end technologies?
What, Rajkumar?
Yeah, this front-end technologies is they start at evening time or else morning time.
It is also evening, PM,
Yeah,
PM. Okay, not AM, PM only. So now
okay.
only after 8 o'clock, 8:30, this is evening only.
And one more doubt. And
Yeah.
can we use it for the ID as a VS Code?
Yeah,
Is
if
also
you're
fine for us.
comfortable with VS Code, no problem. You can use VS Code also. But anyways, for all the front-end technologies, we will be using VS Code only to see the output. Okay, so you can use VS Code also for programs. Okay.
Hi, sir. Rama this side.
Yeah,
So,
Rama.
recent days, sorry to ask at the time of starting of this course. Recent days, all are using this AI, some cloud tools, right, for generating the Python code and all those things. So, in this class, also from how that code structure it will be. So, based on AI, it will be generated, or from scratch, it will be going to generate from structuring like with
Okay.
functions and all those things.
Yes, yes. I'll show you, Rama. Just to give me 5 minutes time. I'll show you the syllabus, how the classes, the structure. I will show you. Okay, just give me 5 minutes time. Okay, no?
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Clear on this point, guys. Everybody. So from tomorrow we are going to start same time 7 o'clock SQL. After that, Python topics will be started. Okay. Then parallelly, 8:30 to 9:30 p.m. So not now. Within 1 week at that time, I'll tell you, inform you one day before. Okay. So front-end technologies will be started. So you can attend that batch also parallelly to complete your course fast. Okay. This is the plan. Okay. And some people are asking syllabus structure. Let me show you that quickly. Okay. Any morning batch? Akhil Sheikh. Akhil, no, we don't have any morning batches as of now. Okay. No? So only at this time we have batches. But if you are like missing evening classes, anything like that, so no problem. Recordings will be provided on daily basis. So you can listen recordings to catch up if you miss any class. Okay. So let me quickly show you the syllabus. So those who came today. So this course, it is a Python full stack AI course. So this includes training and internship program. Okay. So the main things which we'll be covering here is all the Python concepts, frameworks, generative AI. Okay. So this DevOps automation is not there. Okay. And how to automate the task in IT companies. Many companies, they are automating the task, right? How to automate them. Then SQL, front-end technologies, DSA, AWS Cloud Server is there. Okay. And if we go a little bit all the topics in detail, okay, in core and advanced Python. So from starting scratch, we are going to start. So Python features, architecture, already we have discussed. Features also we have discussed. We have to start with the variables, isn't it? Variables, function, what is a function? Okay, typecasting, oops concepts, inheritance, okay, exception handling, regular expressions, everything. So from starting scratch, we are going to start. Okay. So some people think they will think, so they are from non-IT background, so they don't know C, C++. Can they learn Python? Of course they can, because we are going to start from starting scratch. Okay. You don't need any previous programming knowledge, not required. Okay. And then we have a NumPy library. Okay. So which is related to arrays and all these things we are going to discuss, and pandas. So which is related to performing operations on the files, and a matplotlib library, so for graph charts, all those things. And then DSA, so for freshers this is required, data structures and algorithms. So stacks, queues, graphs, trees, sets, searching algorithm, sorting, everything is part of the syllabus. Then SQL, DDL, DML, all those things, joins, views, clauses, okay, cursors, everything. And then in front-end technologies, we'll be designing the websites, how to design websites by using HTML, how to design registration pages, okay. So iframes, buttons, layouts, everything we will discuss. And CSS is there, to style our HTML pages. So we have to design our web pages very attractive, yes or no? So for that, a few properties are there, so that we will discuss, and JavaScript. So mainly to develop dynamic web pages. So all this we will discuss, and React. So React is there in your syllabus. Okay, so to develop a reusable UI components. So all these things we will discuss, and then Python frameworks. We have PDBC, and to connect to database to perform database operations, and Django framework mainly to develop web applications, and REST APIs. So APIs are very important. Yesterday we discussed no APIs. So APIs is we can develop, and fast API is also there, which is mainly used to connect to AI. Okay, AI applications. And then this course includes AI, artificial intelligence topics also. So AI introduction, what is deep learning, machine learning, NLP, what is prompt engineering, types of prompts, how to send LLM models. So what is Open AI? So how to interact Python application with ChatGPT, how to send the prompt to LLM models, how they will send to AI tools like ChatGPT, how they will send response. All these things we are going to discuss. Okay. And GitHub is also part of the syllabus. AWS Cloud Server is there. So what is AWS? Okay, how we can put our application on the AWS Cloud Server, how to see the output, everything we will be discussing. Okay, no? So this will be like a from starting scratch. We will be using AI tools. Okay, so for your question, Rama Reddy, I think. Okay, so we will be using AI tools. Okay, but we have to learn programming also. Okay, so we will use AI tools. Okay, for debugging purpose to fix the errors. So we have to use how to send use the prompts in ChatGPT to get the solution. But programming side, everything we have to learn from starting scratch. Okay, no? Okay. So this is how the classes will be going on. And I told few more points. Um, like so everybody has to do practicals and lab. After explanation is over, you have to do programs, and if you have any errors in the next day, you can share your screen, show me the errors, I'll fix errors. Okay, after that I'll give you one email ID. To that email ID you need to send all your programs daily. Okay, so I'll be giving assignments also, so you have to do assignments for improving coding skills, and exams also will be conducted. Mock interviews you need to attend once in a week, 10 days like that I'll conduct. And also one, you'll be doing a real-time project. And this project you can keep in your resume and attend interviews. It will be very useful. Okay. And classes will be from Monday to Thursday only. And Friday and Saturday, you will be doing internship. Okay. So I have given the company name also, right? So you'll be doing internship, and this will be online only. Classes also online. Internship program is also online. Okay. And the entire this, it will be completed within 4 months. 4 months it will be complete. Okay. This is how the training program is designed for you people. And it is designed for freshers and for working professionals. That is, from starting scratch, it will be helpful for freshers, and all the advanced topics which are required for working professionals, they are also included. Okay. And material will be provided. All the topics, material will be provided. Okay. Yeah. So this is how the training program is. Any questions? Anybody?
ఈ టుమారో నుంచి స్కేల్ ఓన్లీ ఉంటుందండి అని చెప్తారా?
One person at a time. Let's give chance to Kiran. Narendra, let's give chance to Kiran Kumar.
యా టుమారో ఓన్లీ క్లాస్ ఎస్క్యూఎల్ అని ఉంటుంది లేదంటే
రేపటి
పైథాన్
నుంచి
కూడా ఉంటుంది.
రేపటి నుంచి SQL స్టార్ట్ చేద్దామండి.
How many
ఓకేనా?
days?
It will take around 10 to 15 days.
Yeah, okay. After 10 to 15 days, we'll come back to Python.
We'll start with the Python.
Okay. ఇది మెటీరియల్ రికార్డ్సింగ్ మెటీరియల్ అవి ఎక్కడ యాక్సెస్ చేయాలి మేము
మీకు అడ్మిన్ కాల్
రికార్డింగ్స్?
చేస్తారు. సో ఒక
ఓకే.
one Telegram channel will be created. On the Telegram channel, all the material will be posting. Okay, and for recordings, you need to contact admin. Yesterday I gave one number, right? So he will add you to the Google Drive, your email ID. So for recordings, so you need to contact admin. Okay, let me give his number to you people.
యా, ఓకే.
Okay. So he's the admin. You can contact him. So everybody can take down this number. Okay. So recordings, everything. So registration process, everything, you can contact him. Okay. And I think from tomorrow you'll get another meeting link after, I think 3 days are over, no? So free classes are provided only for 3 days. Okay. After you make a payment. So from tomorrow you'll get another meeting link. Okay. No? And I told you, no, fees also. So 5,000 is the fee for this entire course. Okay. So if you attend one batch, two batch, that doesn't matter. Okay. Only 5,000. Any more questions? Yeah, Narendra, something you were asking, no?
సర్టిఫికేషన్ కూడా ప్రొవైడ్ చేస్తారు కదా సార్ దానికి?
Certification, certificate.
సర్టిఫికేట్ సార్.
Certificate ఇస్తారు కదా, డెఫినెట్లీ. సో
ఇంటర్న్షిప్.
కోర్స్ కంప్లీషన్ సర్టిఫికేట్ అండ్ ఇంటర్న్షిప్ మీరు చేయాలి, కంప్లీట్ చేయాలి. ఓకే.
ఓకే.
సో మీరు ఇంటర్న్షిప్ కంపల్సరీగా కంప్లీట్ చేయాలి, అప్పుడే ఇంటర్న్షిప్ సర్టిఫికేట్ ఇస్తారు, లేకపోతే ఇవ్వరు. ఇంటర్న్షిప్, సో కంపెనీ కంపల్సరీ వాళ్ళకి మీరు ప్రాజెక్ట్ చేసి చూపించాలి. సో ఏం చేయకుండా వాళ్ళు మీకు సర్టిఫికేట్ ఎలా ఇస్తారు? ఇవ్వరు కదా. Okay, so certificate will be given by them only if we complete the internship program. We have to complete their project. Okay.
ఓకే.
Next question.
ఇది బయట పైథాన్ సర్టిఫికేషన్ కోర్సెస్ ఉంటాయా అండి? అంటే నార్మల్ గా సో AWS సర్టిఫికేషన్స్ ఉంటాయి కదా, సో అలా
ఉంటాయి కదా,
పైథాన్ మన సర్టిఫికేషన్స్.
పైథాన్
ఓకే.
సర్టిఫికేషన్స్ ఉన్నాయి, బట్ మనము we don't have that center with us.
ఓకే.
మీరు వేరే చోట బయట అలా రాయాల్సింది. Yes, anyone else? किसी को हिंदी में कुछ पूछना है, आप लोग पूछ सकते हो, कोई डाउट्स वगैरह. Okay, fine. So if no doubts, we'll stop for today. We'll meet again tomorrow, same time, 7 o'clock. Thank you.